morning, everyone. Welcome to another Monday morning live flow. We'll see if we have any takers for our live class. And today's class is going to be, good morning, Margie. How are you feeling? It's cold out this morning, but it is sunny. So we are going to be moving through some sun salutations. And good morning, everybody. And I think that, it's about time we wake up a little bit and sort of move a little bit quicker. So this will be a bit more of a fast-paced class than we've been doing for the past few weeks. And I'm excited. I think that it'll be nice to bring a little bit more energy and heat into our Monday mornings. So with that said, know that you can take breaks whenever you need to. You don't have to move super quickly if you're feeling a little bit more stiff and tired. Oh, awesome. I'm glad you're feeling better, Margie. I'm looking forward to having you back in the practice. So take the breaks whenever you need them. Modify whenever you need to. It won't be crazy fast. We will still be taking a bit of time in the postures, but just a little bit quicker than we have been doing the past few weeks. So if you need anything before we get moving, a sip of water, if you want to put on music, if you need a block or any other props, then go ahead and get yourself all set up. And then we are going to meet standing at the top of the mat. So taking your feet a comfortable distance apart. So whether that is hip width for you this morning or feet together, a little bit of space between the heels, just take a moment to get yourself comfortable, grounded. You can relax your arms by your sides. You may close your eyes. Know that if your feet are closer together, you might feel a little bit more of a sway, a little bit harder to balance with the feet together. But either way, take a few moments here to press your feet firmly down into the ground, to feel your thighs start to squeeze, to feel your spine grow tall as the ribs hug in, as the shoulders get heavy, allowing your palms to face forward. Taking a few big breaths here, feeling yourself grow tall. Feeling a little bit more life and energy, breathing that into the body. Setting yourself up right here for a strong and maybe a bit of a fun practice. Let's take a deep inhale together. And then let it all out through the mouth. On your next breath in, reach your arms all the way overhead. You might flutter the eyes open, gaze up towards your fingertips. And as you exhale, fold over the legs. Bend your knees as much as you need to. With your inhale, walk your hands up your thighs or your shins, coming up halfway. Spine is long. And as you exhale, fold again. Bend the knees, let the head hang heavy. Inhale, stand all the way back up. Bring your palms to touch. You might want to gaze up towards your fingertips again. And as you exhale, bring your hands to your heart. Let's take two more half sun salutations. Inhale, reach all the way up. And exhale, fold down. Bend the knees, relax the head, neck, and shoulders. Inhale carries you up to halfway. Feel the thighs and the core squeeze. As you exhale, let it go. Soften. Big breath in to stand all the way up. Arms sweep high, palms touch. And as you exhale, hands meet at the heart. One more time with the breath, smooth and steady. Fold all the way over the legs as you exhale. Lengthen the spine halfway as you breathe in. Feel the back of the neck long. And fold, let it go. Next inhale, rise all the way back up, palms touch. And exhale, hands to heart. This time, let's inhale, reach all the way up. And as you exhale, fold down over the legs. Coming back to your halfway lift to lengthen the spine, strengthen the core. As you exhale, fold, plant the hands. Take a nice big step back into your first plank. Go ahead and drop the knees down for this first one. Feel the spine nice and long. Fingers spread wide, press down into each and every fingertip. Then as you inhale, take a little shift forward, shoulders a bit ahead of the wrists. As you exhale, bend the elbows, keep them close and lower. Inhale to just a small cobra, so the legs are strong. Elbows hug in, shoulders slide away from the ears. Then as you breathe out, press into the hands, gently press back into a child's pose. So the hips reach towards the heels, arms are long. You might take a little rock here, side to side, rolling the forehead against the mat. Taking deep breaths into the back body, up and down the spine. On your next breath in, rise up into a tabletop, stacking the joints. So the shoulders are above the wrists, the hips are above the knees, fingers are nice and wide, strong grip on the mat. And then we'll start to take a little bit of cat-cow to get the spine warm and ready. So as you inhale, think cow, lift the chest. As you exhale, think cat, round the spine. Inhaling to lift the chest, lift the tail, gazing forward. Exhaling to round in, curling the tailbone under, tucking the chin. And then just moving at your own pace between these two shapes. Feeling the spine arch and round. Feeling it warm up. And then you can stay with cat-cow, or you can take any other movement that feels good. Maybe making some circles with the spine. Maybe swaying the hips side to side, lengthening the side body. Maybe pulling the hips back and forth. Really, whatever you want to do here, you can do to warm up the body. And then we'll meet back in the center in your tabletop, and let's turn the fingers around so they point towards you. If they don't point all the way towards you, that's okay. They can be on a bit of an angle towards the long edges of your mat. And then we'll just start to warm up the wrists here by rocking side to side. Feeling that stretch in the forearms. If it is too intense, you can tuck the toes under, walk your knees a little bit closer to you. And just take gentle rocks back and forth. Around and around. Pressing down into the fingertips. And then we will also take the tops of the hands to the mat. So gently bring the tops of the hands to the mat, fingers still pointing towards you. Again, this one can be pretty intense. So if the knees aren't already closer to the hands, you might want to bring them closer. As you sway side to side. Doesn't have to be a big movement. You might even curl the fingers in, make little fists with the hands. Gently curling in and releasing. Feel that stretch through the forearms, through the wrists. If you work all day at your desk, then this might be quite intense. So take it slow, take it gentle. All right, let's sit back onto the heels. Lift the hands, give them a little bit of a shake, bit of a wiggle. Just shaking that out. And then let's make our way into our first downward facing dog. So the hands plant shoulder width, press down into the fingers as you tuck the toes, and send the hips up and back. Move around here, take your dog for a nice little walk on this chilly but bright and beautiful morning. Swaying the hips and the head, maybe getting a bit of a side stretch, maybe lifting the heels high and dropping them down, and just feeling your body right here, right now, where you are. And then let's come into some stillness. Taking a deep inhale, lift the heels high, gaze towards the hands, and take as many steps as you need to towards the top of your mat, feet together or hip width for more space, forward fold. Inhale to lengthen the spine, come up halfway, and exhale to fold. Inhale to stand all the way up, bring your palms to touch. Then as you exhale, hands to heart. Let's move through a few rounds of sun salutations with our breath. So with your inhale, reach the arms high, and as you exhale, fold over the legs. Inhale to that halfway lift, feel the length in the spine.
As you exhale, fold. Plant the hands. Nice big step back into your plank. You can stay on your toes or drop the knees down if you wish. Inhale, little shift forward, shoulders ahead of wrists. Exhale, bend the elbows, lower with control. Inhale to lift the chest, legs stay strong, elbows hug in, little cobra. And as you exhale, send your hips up and back, downward facing dog. Take one full round of breath here, big breath in, and big breath out. Next inhale, heels lift up, gaze to the hands, and take as many steps as you need into your fold. Breathe in, lengthen the spine, and breathe out, fold. Inhale to rise all the way back up. Let's fold all the way back down as we exhale, melting the upper body down. Inhale, create some space between each vertebrae, halfway lift. As you exhale, fold, plant the hands, take a step, or maybe you want to play with a little hop into your plank. Take that little shift forward as you breathe in, and then bend the elbows, lower down as you breathe out. Lifting the chest again as you inhale, cobra, or maybe you want to straighten the arms, lift the thighs, upward facing dog, and then pull the hips up and back into your downward dog. Again, remembering that you can take a break whenever you need to. If downward dog ever gets to be too much, you can always take a tabletop. On your next inhale, lift the heels, gaze to the hands, bend your knees and take your big step or your little hop to the top, forward fold. Inhale to create space. Exhale to soften. Inhale to rise all the way back up, palms touch. One more time through like that, fold down over the legs and let it all out. Lengthen and strengthen as you inhale. Fold, plant the hands, big step or hop into plank. Take that tiny shift forward again, set up the shoulders ahead of the wrists, and then bend the elbows. This time you might just want to lower halfway and hold, hug the elbows in. Breathing in, lift the chest, cobra or upward dog, take it at your own pace. And then send the hips up and back as you exhale, downward facing dog, maybe taking a moment in child's or tabletop if that is what you need. Pausing to breathe, to push the floor away if you're in your downward facing dog. And then on your next inhale, let's lift the heels, gaze to where you want to go, bend your knees, make your way to the top. Any way you want to get there, and fold. Breathe in, create space. Breathe out and fold. Stand all the way up, palms touch. Let's bring hands to heart. Pause here, take a big breath in. And a big breath out. All right, and now let's add on a few fun things. So as you inhale, reach the arms high. We're gonna take a side bend over to the right. So you can bring your palms together, across the thumbs. As you breathe out, little sway to the right. Inhale, grow tall through center. Exhale to the left. Just moving with the breath, lengthening the sides of the body. Feeling the inner thighs lift. The length down both sides of the body. Don't worry about how far you go. Just creating length and space. We will even it out on the left. Let's inhale up through center. And then as you exhale, bring your hands behind you. So they just rest somewhere at the base of the spine. The elbows hug in, the chest lifts high. As you come into this little supported back bend, shifting the body weight to the heels, the thighs squeeze, the gaze is up. If it feels okay, you can relax your head back, but if that doesn't feel good, then keep the back of the neck long. Use your next inhale to rise up, reach arms overhead. And as you exhale, fold down. Inhale to that halfway lift, lengthening the back. As you exhale, fold. This time, inhale into a little chair, just for one breath. So the knees bend, the arms sweep high as you breathe in. And as you breathe out, fold over the legs. Plant the hands, take a step or a hop into plank. And then bend the elbows, lower halfway or all the way. Chest lifts up as you inhale, cobra or upward dog. Hips pull back as you exhale, downward facing dog. From this downward dog, use your next inhale to lift your right leg up, three-legged dog. As you exhale, pull your knee in towards your nose and step up. Drop the left knee down. So you're in a low lunge. Keep the left toes tucked under. Press down into the feet. Hug the inner thighs. Inhale to rise up. Arms reach high. Take a couple breaths here, lifting the chest. Reaching the hips forward and down, feeling the stretch through the left hip. And then with the left toes tucked, let's press down into both feet. If this is too much, you can bring hands down, lift the back knee. But if you'd like to try, you can keep the arms lifted, lift the back knee. So strong through the legs. Keep lifting the chest up. Take one more inhale. And as you exhale, step your left foot up to meet your right into your chair. Breathe in here. Breathe out and fold. I'm already feeling warm. Inhale to lengthen the spine. Exhale to fold. Plant the hands. You can step back into dog or you can flow. You get to choose how you want to get there. We meet in downward facing dog for the other side. I told you it was faster than usual. Once you're in your downward dog, take the left leg up. And then softly pull it in towards your nose and step it up. Dropping the right knee down to the mat. So you're in your lunge on the opposite side. Keep the right toes tucked. Press down into the feet. And then rise up for a few breaths. Hips reaching forward and down, but you're still feeling the inner thighs pull together. You're still feeling that strength in the lower abdominals. You're still smiling, feeling warm, getting ready for your day. And then if you'd like, you can keep the arms lifted or you can bring the hands down as you lift the back knee into your high lunge. Pausing here, feeling steady in that front left leg. Taking one breath in. And as you exhale, step the right foot up to meet your left, back into your chair, sit a little lower. You've got this. Take a big breath in. As you breathe out, fold. Whew. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, fold. Inhale, rise all the way up, bring your palms to touch. And exhale, hands to heart. All right, we keep moving, keep breathing, reach the arms high. This time sit right into your chair. Take an inhale, maybe you wanna lift the heels. As you exhale, lower the heels softly, fold over the legs. Take a halfway lift, realign the spine. And as you exhale, fold, plant the hands, step back into your plank, hold your plank. From here, we're taking side plank on the right. So you can either drop your right knee down and come into a modified side plank, or you can keep the legs straight, either stack or stagger the feet. Either way, you're digging into the right fingertips. Your wrist can be under your shoulder or slightly ahead. Keep lifting the hips high, squeezing the right side of the body, and reach up like I'm helping you. I'm pulling that left arm higher. Now let's bring the left hand down, either flow or just pull the hips back, downward facing dog. Again, remembering that you can always take a break when you need to. You move at your own pace. With your next inhale, lift the right leg high, three-legged dog. As you exhale, right knee, right elbow, squeeze it and get it as close as you can. Inhale, kick it up. Exhale, pull your knee in towards your nose. And then softly step your foot up. This time we're coming right into our high lunge. So the back knee stays lifted, arms lift up as you rise, taking big breaths. And on your next exhale, we spin the back foot flat, coming into warrior two. So keep the bend in the front knee. Check to see that the front heel is either in line with the back heel or the back arch. Arms reaching forward and back. Steady gaze out over those right fingertips. Nice smile. Soften the shoulders. Can you find a little bit of ease even when you're working hard and possibly sweating? Let's flip the right palm and reverse so the right arm reaches up and back. Left hand slides lightly down the left leg. Keep pressing into the outer edge of the left foot. Feeling the nice stretch and the opening down the right side of the body. Now let's make our way into side angle. So keeping the legs as they are. I know they might be shaking. Right forearm, right thigh. Left arm reaches up. Let's take it over so we lengthen down the left side. All the way from the fingertips to the left heel. Breathing as you spin the left shoulder back, opening the chest a little. Take one more inhale. And as you exhale, both hands come down. Lift the back heel. Step the left foot up. Fold. Inhale to lengthen the spine. Exhale to fold. Let's come back into our chair. Inhale, maybe you want to lift the heels, play with balance. And as you exhale, fold. Heels drop softly, hips lift high. Let's take another halfway lift because we can. And let it go. Hands plant down, nice big step back into your plank. Side plank on the left this time. We either drop the knee, come onto that left side, pressing into the sole of the right foot, or we could keep the legs straight for your full side plank, stacking or staggering the feet. If the feet are staggered, again, a little easier to balance. Press down into the left fingers this time as you squeeze the left side body. Reach up, breathe. Imagine I'm pulling that right arm up. I'm pulling your right hip higher. And then let's take the right hand down. Feel free to move through a flow. Take a child's, or just pull the hips on back to downward facing dog. We need it in that down dog. And then on the next inhale, lift the left leg high. As you exhale, pull your left knee to your left elbow. Squeeze. It's okay if it doesn't touch. Inhale, kick it back. Exhale, pull it in towards your nose and step it up. Coming up into your high lunge, so get steady through the feet, through the lower body. Rise on up. Inner thighs lift. Back glute squeezes, so the right hip reaches forward, the left hip reaches back. You'll notice your hips are facing towards the top of the mat most likely. And then on your next exhale, we open up into warrior two. So the hips are pointing towards the long edge of the mat, back foot flat. Arms reach forward and back. Shoulders are soft, shoulders stacked above hips. Breathing here with that steady gaze out over the left fingertips this time. Again, maybe you can find a little smile. Sometimes it makes it easier, sometimes not. Let's flip the left palm, reach up and back. Reverse, right hand slides so lightly down the right leg. Feel that right thigh squeeze as you press into the pinky toe edge of the foot and lengthen down the left side. And let's make our way into side angle. So tip forward, left forearm rests lightly on the left thigh. Right arm reaches up and over. Spinning right shoulder back, feeling the stretch down the right side. It feels good to open up in the morning. Feels good to wake up, to get the heart beating strong. And now let's turn the we'll bring the hands to the floor, lift the back heel, and then step up to your forward fold. Lengthen as you breathe in, fold as you breathe out. Rise all the way up, palms touch. Bring hands to heart. Pause here, close the eyes, take an inhale and an exhale. One more, just resetting. Feeling your feet on the mat. Next inhale, reach your arms high. We've got one more round, palms touch. As you exhale, bend into the knees. We're taking a little twist in our chair. So twisting to the right, left elbow to outside of right knee, reaching your heart towards your thumbs. If this is not happening for you, you can take forearm to thigh, right hand to the base of the spine, and roll your right shoulder back. So the weight is in the heels, the spine is long, the center of the chest reaches forward. As the hips pull back, take one more inhale. Exhale, fold, lift the hips high. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, fold, plant the hands, big step back into your plank. We take another side plank on the right. Again, option to drop the knee down for your modified version. Reach the left arm high. If you'd like, you can stay here, or with the second round, you can lift the left leg. Strong flex of the left foot. So you're kicking your heel away from you like you're pushing it into a wall as you keep squeezing the right side of the body to keep the hips lifted. Now let's bring the left hand down, step back. Again, take a child's pose if you'd like. Pull the hips back into dog or move through a flow. You get to choose what is best for you because only you know your body best. Once you're in your downward dog, let's lift the right leg high. This time go ahead and bend the knee, open up the hip. Reaching your knee towards the sky, your right heel towards your left hip. Keep the weight even in both hands as you push the floor away. Let's inhale to straighten the right leg. And as you exhale, pull right knee to right elbow, squeeze it in. Inhale, kick it back. Exhale, take it over to the left for a little twist this time. Maybe it touches, maybe it doesn't. Either way, it's all good. Inhale, kick it back. This time, pull it in towards your nose. And then step the foot up. Reach your right arm up for a twist. You can drop the back knee here if you'd like, or you can keep it lifted. If the floor feels far away, you can come up onto your left fingertips or slide a block underneath of your hand. Reach left hip forward, right hip back. Roll the right shoulder back, open up the chest and gaze up, wringing out the spine, breathing up and down the entire body. Now lift the back knee if it's down. We're coming back into our high lunge for a moment. Arms lift up. And then as you breathe out, warrior two. We're gonna move through our warrior two, our reverse, and our side angle with the breath. So pausing in your warrior two to get settled, set up. And then as you inhale, let's flip the right palm, reach up and back, reverse. As you exhale, pause in warrior two, arms parallel. Inhale to side angle, forearm to thigh or hand to the floor as you reach left arm long. Exhale, back to warrior two. Steady breath. Inhale, reach up and back. Exhale, pause in the center. Inhale to lengthen, side angle, reach the left arm long. Exhale, warrior two. Let's do 2 more rounds. Reach up and back. Center, warrior two. Side angle, you can always take that forearm to thigh. And center. 1 more time, feeling so warm, feeling so strong. Keep digging into that front right heel. All right, once you land in side angle, let's bring hands onto hips, lift the back heel so the hips are facing forward. Start to get light on those back toes. You can hop them up a few times. We're coming into a warrior three. So eventually that left foot lifts. It doesn't matter if you're perfectly parallel here. I just want a long line from head to heel. So if you're on a bit of an angle, that's okay. Find your focus here as you balance. My right leg is shaking so much. Yours might be too, and that's okay. Press the big toe down if it's really lifted off the floor. Kick through the left heel, lift the core, and breathe. And then softly step your left foot up to meet your right. Take that moment again to pause, to reset, maybe close down the eyes. Working hard, but still staying calm, cool, connected to yourself. And let's do that all again on the other side. It's our last round. It's our last bit of hard work, almost last bit of hard work. I know that you can do this. Let's take a deep inhale, reach up. And as you exhale, fold. Lengthen the spine. And fold. Come back into your chair. Big bend in the knees, arms reach up, palms touch. As you exhale, twist this time to the left. So right elbow either to the outside of the knee, or you can bring forearm to thigh, hand to the base of the spine. Either way, take a look down at your knees. Make sure they're in one line. So that left knee likes to pull back a little bit. Can you bring it forward as you reach your heart towards the sky and roll your top shoulder back? Sinking weight into the heels. Take 1 more breath in. And as you breathe out, fold. Lengthen as you inhale. Fold as you exhale. Plant the hands, step back to your plank. Side plank is next on the left. Either modify with knee down or roll to the edge of your feet, reach up high. Big lift of the hips, squeezing that left side body, drawing the navel in. Maybe you lift that right leg this time. Press through the heel if the leg is lifted. Press into the left fingertips, stay strong in that foundation, the parts of you touching the floor. You've got this. Let's bring right hand down and either move through flow, dog, child's, meeting in downward facing dog. I know I'm getting tired, so if you skip a flow, it's all good. From your downward facing dog, take the left leg up, bend the knee, open up that hip, feels pretty nice. As you reach your knee towards the sun, draw your heel towards your right hip, push the floor away so the spine stays long. Use your next inhale to stretch the left leg long. And then as you exhale, pull left knee to left elbow. Inhale, kick it back. Exhale, take it over to the right. Last time, take it long. Pull it in towards your nose and step it up. Again, back knee can come down or it can stay lifted as you reach the left arm up into your twisted lunge. Again, if the floor feels far away, either come onto the fingertips or use a block or a book. It feels pretty nice to have longer arms right here. Rolling the left shoulder back. Can you reach the right hip forward? Pull the left hip back, helping with the twist. Breathing into it. And then let's lift the back knee if it is down. Rise up into your high lunge. And then open up, warrior two. Take a moment to get set up. Bend into the left knee, back foot flat. And then we'll move between our three little postures. So warrior two is in the center. As you inhale, we reverse, reach up and back. As you exhale, pause, warrior two. Inhale, side angle, either forearm to thigh, hand to floor, or block. Exhale, back to center. Keep going with the breath. Inhale, up and back. Exhale, warrior two. Inhale, side angle, the legs stay so strong. You can do this, you're almost there. Warrior two. 2 more rounds with the breath. Connecting to you, to how you feel, to your breath. We've got 1 more round. You can do this. Reach up and back. Pause in the center. Side angle. And then from this side angle, we lift the back heel, bring hands onto hips. Shift the weight into the left foot. Take little hops with that right one until the right foot lifts. So gently off the mat. Kick through the heel. Again, your warrior three. You could be here parallel. You could be here just staying long, staying strong through the lower abdominals. Squeezing both thighs. Gazing 1 point out in front of you. And then let's softly step the right foot up to meet the left. 2 feet on the mat. Arms, shoulders relaxed. Close the eyes again. And feeling your heartbeat. Your breath strong. Your body strong and awake. Let's take a deep inhale. Reach the arms high. If you can, lift up high onto the tippy toes. We are almost there. We're going to slowly lower as you bend into the knees. Keep the heels lifted as high as you can. Making your way to a seat. So either use your hands or softly plop down to the mat. Take a moment here with arms long, spine long. You can grab onto the backs of the legs or have your hands by your hips or keep them reaching out in front of you as you start to lower 1 vertebrae at a time. Slow, controlled, steady. Take your time as you keep drawing the ribs in and lowering all the way to your back. Take your feet wide on the mat and just let your knees rock side to side. Windshield wiping the legs, flashing out the hips. Let's finish off with a twist. So give yourself a hug, pull your knees in towards your chest, and then drop your knees over to the right side. Head might turn to the left. Arms can stretch out long or rest anywhere that feels comfortable for you. Close your eyes, take deep breaths. Use your next inhale to pull everything back through center. Give yourself another little hug, maybe a rock side to side as well. And then slowly letting your legs fall to the opposite side. Taking the arms again in any position that feels good for you. Getting yourself settled in your twist. Taking a few moments as you breathe. Deep, full inhales and exhales. Feeling your heart start to slow down a little bit, your breath get a little more even and smooth. Nice and slowly pull everything back to center. Give yourself one final hug or a final posture, anything that the body's asking for. I know we moved a lot and the cool down was pretty short, so if you need to spend a little bit of extra time giving yourself what you need, by all means, do what you gotta do. But whenever you are ready, making your way into whatever final posture feels good. Somewhere that you can be still and relaxed. Somewhere you can just feel your body surrender into the ground. A quick practice today, a strong practice today. So take your time and enjoy the way that you feel after working hard,
getting your heart rate up, maybe that bit of sweat, maybe a few laughs. Taking your time, know that you can stay here as long as you need to or want to. I wish that I could see you all practicing with me right now. Please let me know how it went, how it felt. Hopefully this is a good start to your week, and hopefully we get to practice together again sometime soon. As always, my absolute pleasure to lead you through this practice. Have an awesome Monday, and take care, everybody.